So let's talk a little bit about the Relic Dreadnought, probably the most simple of the Guardians that are in the game. And once you actually jump into its system, it's not actually considered to be a Guardian to begin with. It is more of a large ship that floats around in space and is, as the name implies, a relic from a previous empire. Now, the thing that I need to mention before we continue on with this video is that the Relic Dreadnought has a lot of very interesting quirks, and it can be considered to be very expensive to actually finish the storyline attached to it. So there's a couple of options. First of all, once you find a Relic Dreadnought and you go to your local curator's office, which is most likely floating around in space somewhere, you'll have the option to ask them, so there's Relic Dreadnought, what's going on with that? Well, you'll get a little bit of a story blurb, and after that, you'll have the opportunity to buy the Dreadnought Dazzler, which is a Empire modifier, which gives you a 25% bonus damage to the Dreadnought. It costs about 5,000 credits, so it's pretty good, but a bit pricey for what you get. Then it's time to rally the troops, get everybody in your posse, and time to take me down some Dreadnoughts because, well, it's going to be a bit of a fight. It is a mid-tier level Leviathan, or Guardian as you may call it, and it does pack some serious firepower, so I wouldn't go into battle against this unless you have at least, say, 12k fleet power. Now, it's got massive shields, it's got huge guns, it will gnaw through your corvettes like they are made of cotton candy, and it's kind of like that raccoon video on the internet where it has cotton candy and it puts it in some water and it's gone. That's pretty much your corvettes in this particular encounter. No worries, as soon as you got it down, you will get a new project. Yes, that's right, you will be able to make the choice. Will you scrap the Dreadnought and get yourself a ton of resources as well as a bunch of science, or will you restore the Dreadnought as its new flagship for your fleet? Now, obviously, we're going to go for the more badass direction with this, which is, of course, restoring the Dreadnought. The problem with this is, instead of having a time-based modifier to it, it is actually based to your research in engineering. So the engineering cost for this is significantly high, and if you are an empire with a relatively low income on engineering and you don't have decent bonuses when it comes to rebuilding this sort of thing, it's going to take you a long time, up to at least 16 years to get this bad boy underway. Now, after some time and some fiddling around with the Dreadnought subsystems, you will find yourself with a beautiful new ship that is quite powerful. It's got very advanced technology as well as a jump drive, 0-point energy. It's got disruptors, it's got a whole bunch of other stuff, and it's kind of swanky. Here comes the problem. Unless you have this technology, you won't be able to merge it with any of your fleets, which means it's pretty much a single duck. It also means that you have a single fleet with 3k fleet power, which isn't all that great. Surely you can send it in and, say, take down some pirate fleets and completely gnaw them up and then have the passive regen of the regenerative plating take over. However, you won't be able to merge it with your fleets if you're still messing around with low-tier FTL drives. And that is a problem. Overall, I would say interesting Guardian. It looks cool. It has a bunch of cool stuff attached to it. But overall, is it really worth the investment of time and engineering research? Oh, by the way, the engineering research, while that's happening, you can't do any research on it. So you're going to have to pump all of your engineering straight into the Dreadnought. Hope this video was entertaining for you and that you had a good time. Until next time, take good care of yourselves and each other.